This is what I've got going on. For my corner lights, I was able to get it to sit fairly flush, which if I, didn't have these little cutouts from the original strobes, it probably would be sealed fairly well. Now, this one did not come out as good as this one, yet this one is, or has the ability to sit a lot more center, rather than this one, which is always open, and there is a crack. And that's because with this set, I did not do as good of a job with the hole. I was trying to make it fit as perfect as I could, and because of that, now it looks really well. However, the fitment's just a little funky. I'm sure if I would have used a template, the smart way to do it, it would have actually probably came out a lot better. What I did to get this far was, I probably do not have all the tools with me, but I'm sure I can explain them very well. It was a drill bit, just a big fat drill bit, and I hollowed this out in a nice circle, as you can see by my nice arches there. And so I got it, fairly big enough to where I could fit the bulb itself through. And then I got to your issue where it wasn't actually close enough. So I came to the conclusion that it was these little notches that were stopping me. So after some time with a nice small file, I was able to get it to, line up pretty well. And yeah, there are some cracks on the housing because, well, definitely isn't perfect. I'm sure if I took a little more time, rounded some of these edges a little bit, it probably would fit in there a lot better and it wouldn't have cracking, so that's kind of food for thought. These are not the first set I've had to work with because, well, errors happen. And my only recommendation is when you do want to start cutting and all these shards of plastic get inside your housing, apparently what I saw when people drill, into the housings to put LEDs in, you clean the lens with, any type of glass cleaner. It doesn't have to be this, it could be Windex. It just, whatever you have to take the static off the front, apparently. And then that way when you go to vacuum all this out or blow it out, it shouldn't stick to the lens. So that was my issue with the first set, is I had a bunch of leftover in there. I got it out as best I could. Figured to dry out the light better, I would throw some alcohol in there, and it ruined the lens. So I started over with these, and if I got some gaskets to cover them, those holes, it would actually probably be fairly decent. Now, I have this gasket here because I figured, originally I could put this in here and, get it all sealed up nicely, but there's just too much going on. This lip is just too long. It just won't really accommodate all that stuff. So this is kind of just what I've got going on. It's worked for me for a while. I'm sure, it can be improved upon, definitely. The only issue that I've found with this particular one, this connector, and the harness that goes with it, is it's just really bulky. And as you can see, I have it tied into the factory one, and this is from a 2003, which is what mine is. A lot smaller. Probably should have used this. Wouldn't have had to maybe cut out so much for this to fit there, because the articulation really did affect how this was sitting in here, and I didn't take that into play until I actually started messing with everything. So I figure the harness you're using from the taillights is definitely a smarter option, because it'd be a little more tighter, and the way this harness runs through everywhere, you just go right in and be perfect. So that definitely seems like the smarter bit, and in the future I should definitely think about doing that. But for now, I rarely take these out anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at. It does make a big difference when it comes to turning. People do acknowledge you now. At least I've noticed when I make my lane changes. You know, this thing is blinking. Now the Grand Marquis one probably is a lot better because, you know, it just has more options. But for you Crown Vic boys, men, gentlemen, ladies, females, this is kind of what I've got going on. So hopefully this helps. Thanks for checking out my video. And if you want to see what these look like at night, just check out the other video. It's there. And if you guys want me to make a video about these, which I will say fitted the car pretty well, let me know. So that's what I've got going on, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Chuck, for making a harness that will definitely make the, you know, the process a lot easier and cleaner, because I'm not gonna lie, I do not like looking in here and seeing all that extra spaghetti for no reason. So what you've got going on, Chuck, is definitely the better option. But if you want to get a good fit, you're gonna have to unfortunately hollow that out as much as you can, as much as you're willing to. So yeah, there you go, man. Hopefully that helps.